betray our race here. I'm pretty similar. I'm a big believer in the g0rynich hype train. I think he is doing fantastic. I said the same thing about SPX too, and that didn't work out. So I'm 0 for 1 on my Russian prediction players. But I do think g0rynich is going to be competitive here. I think g0rynich really got to this position in the tournament off the back of some crazy ZBZ. He's so good. He plays that really differently. But this is TvZ. So in our expert BSL round of 4 preview article written by Mr. Tai2 out there, less eloquently, I'm just going to summarize that and say that I think it's not a mystery that Dandy's going to try out some +1 5-racks builds. You kind of know that's coming, especially if you get like a map like Clayfields or something like that. So g0rynich should have a pretty good idea, and if he can prepare for the player, maybe that's what's going to give him the advantage here. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that's by getting into our semifinal game, which is going to be initially map 1 on Neo Sylphid. So tons of time to talk about that as we get in there. I forgot what Bonna's tips for Neo Sylphid were. The open nature of the map. Like, I guess, yes, technically it is an open center and there's no high ground, so I guess that's the big deal there. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into our first game of this best of 5. But before we get into the game, we have a little bit of a special hype video from Dandy's compatriot Bob Malcolm, who broadcasts BSL in the Spanish language. So if you want to get a little taste of how hype the South American community is for Dandy, we're going to show you this short video and then get into game number 1.
Dandy! Come on! You are Peruvian's last hope! You can make it! Come on, Dandy! No! No! Dandy! Peruvian heart! Go, Dandy! Go! Please! Come on, Dandy! Beat Eon, sir! Beat enough! Go, Dandy! Peruvian heart! Yes! Yes! Go, Dandy! Yeah!
It's perfect, man.
He's
Don't even
so
deny
good.
it. It's
He's
perfect.
so good. If I could be 1% as good as Bob is, that's so sick. Imagine you spend your whole life, the only things that you watch are telenovelas and football matches. That's what you cast like. It's so sick. That's my dream, is to broadcast in a second language. And I already like pretty much know Spanish, so that's what I got to compete with. We'll see. So yeah, like I said, our first game is on Neo Sylphid. So let's get into game number 1, the BSL semifinals. Okay, all right, here we go in the 12 o'clock location in the weird yellow color is our Russian Zerg player g0rynich.
In the bottom right, we've got the blue Terran player. It is Dandy. So even though Bonnet talked about this being an open map, this is not the scariest part of this map.
What's the scariest part?
Scariest part of this map is the entrance of your base being like Tau Cross and Muta's just killing units as they funnel in non-stop. And
I was just gonna say, it's kind of weird because if you can segment hatcheries when you do your push, then half the Zerg units spawn from one place and the other half from the other place, and you get a big advantage there. Kind of feels like that because in order to get between your natural and your main, you just have to like funnel in between there. Obviously, Muta's just kind of kill everything.
Yeah. So if I'm g0rynich and I know Dandy likes to go for +1 5-racks, we're 2-hatching. Now, I don't watch g0rynich that often, so I'm not sure if that's what he's going to pull out here, but if I was him, that's what we're going for. We don't want to let Dandy get into his comfort zone of 5-racks. We want to just bring it to him, make sure he's playing in our hands. So I really do hope that he goes for 2-hatch here. We don't have a fast overpull. We don't see any 12 pull so far, so it's not going to be super fast gas. So we are going to have to wait and see if this is going to be 3-hatch or if he actually is going to go for 2-hatch.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, so when I learned about Terran from Peruvians, it's usually Terror. And he's a big fan of these gas openers. And I don't know. I feel like 111 is definitely kind of fallen off, but it's coming back from some weird places. I think SPX pulled out a time or two, and then Terra tries it out, and it hasn't really worked. But when it comes to just like the straight up bio badassness, Dandy is where it's at. So I'm expecting, like you said, probably that same idea. But I think g0rynich has some really unique approaches, specifically to ZvZ, that we got a chance to talk a lot about. Let's see what he's up to here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I like what I am seeing here. I hope that this is a great way to start off the series, not only just because the map is Neo-Sylvan, but I mean, 2hatch is kind of the litmus test for can you survive against me.
Yeah, so we do have the 205 gas. So this is going to be straight lair. This is not gas before pool. So it's not going to be speed, then lair. This is just going to be straight lair. Yeah. Now, Dandy does see the timing, so he should know that this is not going to be mass speedlings. Meanwhile, Drone going to try and get a kill on this SCV, but not going to get any success. But this SCV scout was perfect. Dandy should read it perfectly, and he is, because he built one Marine, command center before the Marine. Everything is lining up great. Now, I do have to say, we have a big supply block already for Dandy, and that hurts because you don't know if g0rynich is actually not going to build links. We see that he's not, because that's a drone, but there's lair starting up.
Yeah, the Terran production tab has had no units on it for quite a while. So a little bit of an oopsie there, but he did get a very fast command center down with no punish or anything like that. So that's going to make him feel okay about that. And on the other side, his SCV is still in the main because did we get away with no lings? I think we built 2 lings, right?
Yeah, he's built 4 lings now. And this is not an overwhelming amount. Also, the fact that he built these lings so late, to me, as a Terran player, I could feel confident like losing it now and not worry about lurkers. Because if you weren't focused on the SCV dying, you're not trying to hide a Hydra den anywhere.
Unless it's the biggest brain move and you're trying to sell that. But right, no, you're totally correct. I mean, look at this SCV micro. Like, Danny's bringing it to the semifinals of BSL. This SCV is surviving longer than like Protoss probes do, and that's saying something. We don't get our HP back for free.
Yeah, now back in Dandy's base, this looks like it was about like a 325-ish gas. And I always talk about how you're kind of hurting your econ to go for this. And with the depot block, it's going to be even more crippling. Now, he didn't rush the academy. This is a pretty normal timing academy, 415. So this is actually going to be a lot of gas coming in. So I wonder where he's actually going to use it, because look, he has 150 gas, but he's not spending it at all. I'm trying to find, is there an eBay anywhere, but I don't see it.
We're saving up to make a gas command center. I don't know what we're saving that for, but the lings are on their way. I mean, thankfully, there's SCV already pulled the block, and that's quite a few Marines, so it's gonna be okay for now. This is Artosis playing. We'd have 5 SCVs hold position in front of those Marines. We are not dying to these Zerglings, but obviously with a bunker, it's gonna be safe for now.
Yeah, so 8 Marines, definitely gonna be able to stop 8 lings. Academy's almost done, eBay's almost done. So this is a hybrid build, because normally you don't get your eBay this fast. Usually you start it right after the academy. So bit of a mix up here from Dandy. Now, meanwhile, on the other side of the map, g0rynich, extremely fast third base, even before the Spire is done. So he's going to have good econ. Dandy really does need to punish this. If he's not able to, this is going to be 3 gas Zerg. They can go Hive. They can go Ultras that we saw Avilov go for. He can go Soma style, where it's just endless mutas. And if he has good trades at this Tau Cross entrance, you can go mass muta on this map.
Yeah, what I'm looking for is to see if he scans that third base location. Let's see where our scan is. Okay, he scans the main. Nothing out of the ordinary there, because he's just seeing, okay, well, yes, there is a Spire. He is making mutas. Like, okay, we're okay. So he's still not totally sure about this third base location. If you misread the number of mutas, if you think, oh, I can defend with like a couple turrets, like it's not going to cut it. +1 flyer attacks also instantly queued up. So we are potentially going the distance with this muta commitment.
Yeah, we may be going hard on pure muta. It's very popular these days. Now, meanwhile, I am a little surprised that Dandy didn't do any move out with any of his Marines at all. So he's going to be content with defending. That's going to allow g0rynich to get this third base up. Mutas come in, don't really take much damage. Good placement of the turret and Marines. So far, no real damage done. Trying to take a look back at g0rynich main. Are we still committing 2 mutas. I don't see a hydrogen anywhere. +1 weapon is about 25% done. So I actually do think that we're going hard on mutas this game. Double turrets, they should get picked off pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh, man. So slow to move the Marines back in there. Going to stim back in, but oh my God. Can he kill the turret? That repair was so good.
Yeah, he's able to actually kill a couple mutas there. One is badly damaged. Didn't really lose anything. He lost 2 turrets and like 1 SCV. So that's definitely worth. Now, I'm trying to see, okay, we don't have a factory just started. It looks like this SCV wanted to build it. I hope Dandy doesn't think he's built it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he has started it. So
Okay.
that's good for him. Now, back in the main of g0rynich, Queen's Nest and Hydrogen at the same time.
He's trying. I mean, 3 turrets and Stimmery. That's a rough one. And we are continuing to build mutas here. So even though the tech is progressing, our commitment to mutas is, I mean, it's there. So +1 flyer attacks also maybe 3/4 of the way done. So as soon as that kicks in, it's going to get a whole lot more difficult. And there's no bio ball out on the map. So a lot of times you want to have that threatening the mutas, but he's keeping everything back at home.
Yeah, even though he's going for +1 weapon, I keep checking all of his larva. He's mixing in drones along with the mutas. He's not really even hard committing to these mutas. Meanwhile, we do have Hive coming up.
750 Hive.
Yeah, I hope that Dandy scans and sees that the hydrogen is up, because if he does, I don't think he's lost any Marines at this point. Like, he has a lot of Marines. It's almost 2.5 groups.
Uh-oh, Lings losing a bunch of Lings here. Now, I mean, the mutas are still out here, but there's no high ground for them to micro around in the middle of the map. Thankfully, the Marines are a little bit staggered, so they can pick off some reinforcements here, but I mean, there's still no +1 flyer attacks. Lurker aspect only halfway done. They haven't even morphed yet. So this bio ball represents a pretty significant threat.
Now, I didn't hear a scan go off for Dandy anywhere. So to move out with just 1 bio ball like this is very scary, because you don't know how many mutas g0rynich has. These 10 mutas can kill this bio ball 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So that would be half of the army for Dandy. So for him to not sync up a second group, I'm a little worried for him. Meanwhile, third base is up and running for g0rynich with double sunken. We're not killing this.
Yeah. I mean, Lurkers are also almost done. So, or the aspect rather. And damn, Hive almost about to finish here. So, ooh, some good hits going off. We got +1 flyer weapons here, but a lot of dead mutas. There's only 7 left.
Yeah, he was able to kill 3 mutas there basically for free. Now that's what I was waiting for. What are we using these mutas for? He didn't build an overwhelming amount, yet he got +1 weapon, which is surprising. And now it's even more surprising because now he's going Guardian. But actually, I think these are defensive Guardians in case top left gets busted. Imagine Guardians on a high ground and you're funneling up a ramp.
Disgusting, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're telling me, I see armor upgrade when players go Guardians more often than not.
Yeah, that's because they start with like 2 armor and you just don't take any damage.
Yeah, they just never die.
Yeah. So I guess he will still 2-shot Marines. Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Okay, we got the stim. I love the sunken positioning, forcing him to hit 1 sunken and then go back in for the 2. No time to more Guardians here. We're just trying to do it. I think those sunkens are gonna last just barely long enough. They're still in the red. Oh my God, 1 sunken survives at like 10 HP. 6 HP, oh my God.
Yeah, Dandy, if he can sync up, if he had units rallying across the map, I think he just wins right there. The
Yeah,
lurkers
you're right.
took a few seconds to get into position. Now that the 3 lurkers are set up, he's not going to be able to bust through, but it's not like he's not hitting his build. He's doing what he always does. He always nails his build. He's got vessels coming out. He's got double eBay going. He's got 5 racks going. He's got a good SCV count of 41. He can take another expansion pretty soon. So everything is fine for him. But
we don't have bio upgrades, right?
We do. We have +1.
Okay, yeah,
he's going for it, and mutas are across the map.
Uh-oh. I mean, yeah, where are Guardians? Is he just going to morph? Okay, yeah, he's going for Guardians as the way to pull this bio ball back. But actually, Dandy's we're waffling a little bit.
Well, he doesn't know what to do because 3 lurkers, it's a decent amount, but it's not like a crazy amount where you're like super scared of it.
Well, he knows his Dark Swarm timing's coming up, and that's like the scary thing. If you don't go now, you're not getting through with that bio ball. You got to get vessels out. Does he even have no? It radiates like less than halfway done.
Yeah, and what is the best part about Guardians is how many vessels do we have?
I think
we
none?
have 2. We have 2.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're somewhere out on the map.
Okay, there they are. Yeah.
That means we have 2 irradiates. There's 5 Guardians. So you're blowing all these irradiates. You're not even going to kill the Guardians. But when you eliminate their irradiates, what does that allow you to do? Zerg can push with Dark Swarm now. You have no counter to Dark Swarm. So this is actually perfect from g0rynich.
Oh, and he built dropships after, so there's not going to be any more irradiates coming this away anytime soon. So he's going to get one irradiate off. Oh no, they're actually stacked, so he's going to get a lot of bonus damage off of those, just those 2 irradiates. But at the end of the day, I love the one devourer to defend them. It's like the queen, the devourer.
A lifted command center.
Ooh.
He can't even mine here. He's taking mid left as a backup plan.
What is he, a Zerg player?
Yeah. Is he a Zerg player? But meanwhile, g0rynich's third base has been up and running for 7 minutes now, like 6 minutes.
Yeah, 0 harassment, 0 damage done. No drones have been killed this game. He's still at only 34 workers, so that's not a ton, but you're right. He has taken 0 damage.
Yeah, now behind this, g0rynich has Ultraless Cavern done. We have the first few Ultras coming out. He's got armor coming in. He already has +1 armor.
So Plague about to finish too.
Plague Ultras. Does it get more disgusting? It does. If you irradiate the Ultras while the Marines are plagued, the Ultras just run at them and they just die.
Like a hot knife through butter. So the Ling's actually counterattacking this third base location, and that's going to take it out. The Marines get killed off at the front. There's Dark Swarm to stop this drop from really even being effective. Is that Defiler really under Dark Swarm there? Okay, no, it's not. Justice served. But also, this expansion is going to be shut down, and that means Dandy's mining off of like 0.5 bases.
Yeah, he's trying to continue elevatoring into the main, but there's just too much. The Ultra Ling Defiler combo is too strong. We don't have key upgrades just yet. It's 1-1, but +2 is just about to finish.
Oh, yeah, Scourge on the dropship to take that out. There's nothing in production for Dandy.
No, and he's still on 1 base, and he still has 2 vessels. And look, there's still 2 Guardians, 3 Guardians.
Is this bugged or something? Here's Macro just slipping. Yeah, he's slipping a little bit. Scourge on the vessel. Oh, it's going from bad to worse. He can't. Why did we land our command center?
Well, I mean, he needs to now. He's got a mine, but he can't hit these Guardians.
Yeah, what's our plan to mine from here? I don't know what's going on here. He's coming back with all of the bio and all of his vessels, so we're taking all the pressure off and just desperately going to try to irradiate our way back into this game. But he's not mining from anywhere. He's got 1,000 minerals in the bank, but that's not going to last forever.
Yeah, and what I'd really like to see g0rynich do is just do like a cycle of drones, or he can just go kill him. Like he's got enough Lings, he's got enough Ultras where he can risk just trying to go for it. But you do have to remember that when you have low econ like this, it can backfire. But he is taking mid-left, 4th base. He eliminated a couple vessels there. He's got so much stuff
my
on the left side.
God.
And Dandy has no idea about this.
He scans, I think that's on the main army pushing forward. He's going to try to get in here into the... Oh, disgusting Plague. That's a Plague-oo moment. If you guys want to Plague-oo at home for yourselves right now, just to role play, I highly recommend it. What a crazy moment. His entire army now basically worthless. And yeah, it's time to A-move our way to victory.
Yeah. How do we stop this army? Like, is it possible? It's +3 Ultras, soon to be +4 versus +2. We don't have medics either. There's Dark Swarm.
Well, he's already getting Synaptic Node for Queens, so that or is that Defiler Energy? I don't remember.
It's Defiler Energy,
yeah.
But here we come.
Oh, we're burrowing on the... Okay, thankfully, lurkers don't get burrowed. But I mean, how do you stop this? There's Dark Swarm on your bunker.
I think this is just it.
Yeah.
There's 3 Ultras. They're highly upgraded. We got Lings. We only have so many irradiates available. Defiler's still alive. Gets off another Dark Swarm.
Somehow.
You can't actually get in your base now. This one Ultra, he's the sheriff. You're not getting by.
He's the gatekeeper. He's the...
Oh, he died.
Oh, well. Okay, he's not keeping that gate anymore. Yes, somehow Dandy is actually surviving here.
He's losing all his SCVs.
But you're right. He can't really mine. He's only got 2 bases. The SCVs are dying. He had 30 to 38 workers. There's 1 irradiated Ultra chilling in the base. And, hey, he killed all the Zerg units. That's a victory, right?
He did kill all the Zerg units. And like I said, when you have low econ like this, it can come back to bite you. Now, luckily for him, he's crippled Dandy for the majority of the game. So it's not actually going to punish him. But I would like to see some drones come out from g0rynich. We do have a couple coming in. Oh, that's ugly. Right there. 5 Ultras on the production tab. He already has like 5 or 6. I just saw.
They're running across the middle of the map. I mean, yeah, you can irradiate the Ultras that are out now, but what about the 5 more that's about to pop out? Actually, they're out. They're coming. And I think he's lost quite a few vessels to Scourge over the course of this. So we've got like maybe 3, 4.
Oh, they've got enough energy.
Oh
for
no!
play.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so Dark Swarm the first clump of Marines. We're gonna get the vessels. Oh, we get one vessel. Another Dark Swarm. I thought that was gonna be a plague for sure. Another Irradiate, but if you're irradiating Defilers, you are not irradiating Ultras, and that is quite a few. Many Ultras, in fact. I think there's like an Ultra for every Marine here.
Dandy's doing as well as he can, but this game is over. There's too many Ultras. GG.
GG. Damn. Dandy leaving the game, and that is going to that's going to do it for our first game of the series. Dandy, I thought, looked okay defending against like the muted pressure, right? I was like, okay, is he going to go Guardians here? And he did. It was a little bit slower, and Dandy, like, you know, he had that one big moment where he tries to stim through the Sunkens at the front door, but because they were in that like diamond formation, you know, he can't quite make it through the second wall of Sunkens. Can't take out the Sunkens, can't bust the natural. The Guardians come in, devastating damage. Did he just like not know the Guardians were coming, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Dandy didn't break the defense, because we went mutas and then we didn't commit to mutas.
And he saw that the muta count was not
and then
growing.
we didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
It didn't do any damage, but then he still wasn't able to bust through. It really was just the Guardians. How long did the Guardians sit there? Like actually 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure they just never moved. Did they ever move?
They just didn't move. They were just there for like actually 4 minutes, just on hold.
This is what Guardians do. They sit somewhere and they never move. Hopefully, if you make your aggressive Guardians in your base and then have to move them across the map, might want to work on getting out of 1500 elo. But at this point, I think it's safe to say that g0rynich is he's got his build order notebook primed and ready. He's flipping through the pages. He's got. You ever have those like overachiever like kids in college that would like color code their notes with like multiple Sharpies?
Yes.
I'm like, he's got the color coded notebook of builds. And apparently game 1 is +1 Guardian rush. Hope they can't break your Sunkens and win the game. Nice. But what does game 2 hold in store, you might ask? Well, it's Crossing Field, and if there's any place for weird, crazy shenanigans, it's free back natural.
Yes.
So anything can happen here. Zerg get free 3 gases. Oh my god, somebody thought that was a good idea.
Not me.
Yeah, probably kicks. Something like that. Anyway, we're going to Crossing Field for our second game in this exciting best of 5 to see if Dandy can bring it back or g0rynich is going to take a 2-0 advantage. Okay, here we go. On the left-hand corner, once again, not changing his color to a good one. This is our Russian Zerg player, g0rynich in the olive.
And in the bottom right, he is down 1-0. It is Dandy. I mean, I don't mind these colors.
Yeah, that's fine.
Last time I was here, we had like green versus yellow.
Oh
like
yeah, that was disgusting.
That was horrible.
No, thank you.
That was something.
Much better. Okay, cross spawn. Never mind. It's an old joke. But I mean, obviously, 2-player map. You know exactly where your opponent spawns. If you're gonna try something super aggressive, this is it. I don't think g0rynich is one of those cheesy cheese players, but he does mix it up. He's not afraid to go Guardians. And I feel like if you're Dandy, what do you learn from game number 1?
I think he needs to learn to move out a little bit, a little more confidently. Okay. It just took too long to move out. Also, he moved out with 1 group, even though he had 2. You remember that?
He left that back at home.
He didn't get punished for it, but that is something to think about because he could have. Now, here we go. This is what I was thinking we might see, which is 9 pool gas.
Ooh,
Do it, g0rynich.
That drone's waiting. There it is.
9 pool gas. Now, often you see 14 command center from Terran. It looks like we're not going to have that. Now, this is a good position because you can wall here, and the Marine pops out on the right side. So Dandy's in a good position to just straight up hold this and take no losses. But 9 pool, remember, Dandy did just build 1 Marine, go straight command center. Now he did scout, to be fair, but I'm not sure if he's one of those players that just always goes 1 Marine command center, because if he does, he's gonna get punished.
Yeah, but the scout timing is not like it's gonna get there in theory right as the lings pop out. And actually, if he's sneaky, the pool's just now popping. It's gonna get there in time, so he is gonna see the information that he needs. But Well, yeah, he is saving up for that command center, so it looks like he wants to go CC immediately. Let's see if he changes his mind once he reads the build on the other side.
Yeah, now I wonder if the 9 pool was to counter a 14 command center, or if it's to force Dandy to build a command center in the back of his base. I mean, I don't know if that really affects you because it has gas anyways. But here come the Lings. Oh, actually, there was no gas. It was extractor trick to get out an Overlord.
Okay.
So this is actually not as bad for g0rynich. If he had gone gas, well, he's not dealing any damage since it got scouted. So this was actually a nice, smart move from g0rynich. But this is going to be 3 hats this time. He is going to have extreme econ going. But Dandy takes his command center, even though Lings are coming, basically for free. All he's got to do is put a couple SCVs on the ramp and he's fine.
That's the thing about crossing field. Like, it's almost impossible to deny your opponent an expo, because even if you have the pressure, the map control, like, what are you going to do? Like, drop them in there? Oh, he's going for it. What? I mean, perfect SCV control. He loses an SCV to kill like 5 Zerglings. I'm okay with that.
Now, that looked easy.
Yeah.
But actually to just pull your SCVs back like that and not lose any Marines is actually not the easiest thing. So that was good defense from Dandy. Kills 5 Lings for an SCV. I'll take that, especially when I know it's a 9 pool. Because you know they really hurt their econ. Now, again, Dandy did go for fast gas, but this time this is more for eBay coming in. So I do expect that to come in pretty soon. And we are just going to really have to wait and see what he wants to do with it. Recently, I saw him go fast eBay on Destination and then tech in the vessels. I had no idea what was going on, but that did not work out very well for him. So I do hope that this is just for 5 racks. Oh, factory.
Wait, what?
Factory.
Is this like the... I don't know if this is how I see 111 most of the time, you know? Okay. I mean, is this... what are we doing here? Are we just like taking it to dropships? Or
I think that this could just be straight 111. And what makes this good on this map is, what's the vulnerability of 111? You're low ground, you have no units, you have 1 racks, you have 1 factory. But with this, g0rynich doesn't know what's going on in your main.
That's true.
So you can actually just hold your ramp forever with SCVs and not take any Ling damage. Now this is 2 fact though, so we've got like probably Vulture run by into Goliath.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a mech play.
Now, I understand you're not the greatest proponent of 111. So my question is, with these newfangled Goliath builds, it feels like some Terrans are just like, Mind was doing this for a while, where he's just like, Goliaths are good, me build Goliaths. And I'm like, well, yeah, but not always. So, I mean, anytime you're going for this, you're also not putting on a whole lot of pressure. Something like, you know, these like crazy 2 racks rushes, anything like that. But g0rynich doesn't know that. So what do you think about Dandy's decision to go 2 backed?
I think this is fine because we know that g0rynich is powering to try and catch back up after opening with
the 9 pool.
So now we go Vulture speed. It's going to hit like right when the Spire finishes, which means that we're not really going to have many mutas out. But as I say that, no speed coming in, no Vultures coming in, I'm actually very surprised. And instead, he's going straight Armory, which is not a surprise, but I am surprised that it wasn't any Vultures at all. And he's also got an Academy coming in, even though his SCV scouted the main and saw that this is 3 hatch.
Yeah.
So this actually could be, I dare say it could be the 80s mullet build. We could, we could have Marine Medic comboed with Goliath. We've seen it sometimes in the past.
Have we?
Yes, Advocate pulled it out versus Jadong. He won with it. Advocate beat Jadong with a Goliath Marine Medic bit. Fantasy used it.
Was that 2006?
Oh yeah, we're going way back.
Yeah, no, it's 2004.
Like 2004. No. Like 2008 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Everything here looks like it could be, simply because this Academy is so fast. And really, you don't need the Academy. You know that this is going to be Spire, but he is going to play it safe. You do need to know and figure out when they actually switch into Queens, because if they're going Queens, you need to get out there ASAP. So
yeah, obviously that would be certainly one way to deal with this. The problem that I'm seeing here is that g0rynich, the problem for g0rynich is he still has 0 idea what's happening on the other side of the map. And mech is definitely something you have to react to specifically. Because if you just run in, I guess, yeah, is that Overlord in range to see anything? I don't think so.
No, it sees nothing.
Wow. That's totally useless. I mean, it sees the move out, but if all of a sudden you see different units move out than the ones you expect, I don't know how valuable that is.
Now, one thing as a Terran player that plays this matchup often, Zerg knows this is mech at this point because Terran would be out on the map at the latest by 7 minutes. We have no movement, so it can only be mech at this point. And because of that, you see g0rynich instantly takes a base. So he knew what's going on. So this is exactly what he needs to do. Now, I'm looking, there it is. Hydra Den, Evolution Chamber coming in. He did come in with the mutas to confirm that it was mech, but everything was leading to it being mech. Now, Dandy this time didn't go for armor. He went for weapon. That means we're camping. So we're going to go for a long game split map scenario.
Oh boy, I can't wait. Well, so, I mean, if he is going for the longer game, that back natural is going to run out pretty quickly, and g0rynich is already out there on a 4th base. I mean, one thing about Goliaths is they are, you know, not very mobile, so it's going to take a while for them to get back here. Look at how good Repair is! Oh my god, Repair is so good!
Yeah, Repair is actually amazing. If you can get the SCVs to actually
10
repair.
mutas! That was a full control group of mutas. Hitting a turret couldn't kill it.
No, the Repair is amazing.
You can't explain that.
It's so hard to get them all to repair, though. They usually
that is true.
Out.
That is absolutely true. Still going to be hard to rebuild the turrets down there, so at least the mutas are getting something done. But, I mean, the longer they kind of waste time here, the faster we are to that weapons upgrade. It should be done now, right?
Yeah, +1 is done.
Okay,
We've got double armory coming in, science facility about to finish. So he's going to have a really sick 2-1 timing around 12 minutes. And Hive still hasn't started, so he actually could hit. I don't know if he can hit right before Defilers. It would be very close. But still, this is a 2-player map, split map mech. Does it get any better?
We don't have, yeah. What do you think about Greater Spire here? Because that's obviously like a pretty good location for...
The thing is Goliath upgrades, I think they have like equal range to Guardians. So it actually just doesn't matter. Like he could range like the outer turrets, but unless he can range this refinery without losing the Guardians, it's not really impactful. So...
Well, by the time, certainly by this point, then you're already, you know, Vessel's going to be out pretty soon.
Yeah, Vessels. Oh, well, actually, he doesn't have the add-on, but Vessels
he
should be
doesn't,
coming pretty soon. Now, Dandy is going into a 3rd command center pretty fast. You notice that he's still only on 2 factories, and some people would look at this and say, like, oh, well, he's not macroing very well. But actually, his money is extremely low. His gas is a little high, but that's simply because we haven't put the add-on to the Vessels. So everything so far is how you should be playing it. We're just simply missing the Vessels so far.
So what's the follow-up to this? We can check g0rynich's base. Is he going like straight way up to Hive, or are we getting Queen? Yeah, Queens. Okay, so obviously Queens is definitely one way to deal with mech, but I don't know if I've seen a good execution of Queens versus mech yet.
So Queens is the ultimate counter to mech, and what I think is the best move is to send in an Overlord, get vision, even if it dies, and then clone all your Queens on the tanks, or Parasite, because once the Overlord dies, you do lose vision of those tanks and the Queens will stop. But with Parasite, you're probably not going to lose vision ever. So I would like to see him sack a Queen to get Parasite on one of the tanks. Now, do we have any Queens actually being built?
Did he have them anywhere?
I don't see any just yet. He's got these Hydras sitting outside the front.
Yeah, let us know if we're just missing the Queens out there. But okay, there are finally 6 Queens in production. So yeah, I mean, they take a long time to build up energy. So I definitely understand waiting until that upgrade is done before you build them. So we're going 7 Queens, but you're right. This is going to be a longer game. And especially for Dandy, you know, this is not cheap, and his back natural is not close to running out, but it's going to get there.
Yeah, and Crossing Field is one of the most punishing maps for drops. You've got to build turrets all over the place just to defend drops. So if you can get a drop in and then find the tanks like slowly trailing the Goliaths and just pick them off with your Queens, all of a sudden it's a mass drop versus mass Goliath. And the Hydra should just wipe the floor. And I'm getting so worried that this 3rd base still hasn't landed. Meanwhile, g0rynich, 4th base is up and running, and he's got a decent drone count. So oh my god, there's so many Queens. It's 10 Queens.
That's quite a few. We're gonna go up to a full control group of Queens with 2 more about to pop out here, and these are energy upgraded Queens, so they will just have quite a lot. Now Broodling's expensive, so you're realistically only gonna get 1 cast of that off, unless you know, the Queen survives, which is maybe unlikely considering the Queen's mortality rate. in BSL this year has been high. So let's see how it's going to look, because the queens still need some time to kick in. So you do have to be proactive, and that's why g0rynich is moving to this sort of forward high ground Heartbreak Ridge-esque staging area near the 4th base.
Well, usually you see Terrans move out immediately when they hit 2-1. And we haven't seen a move out at all. He's just content sitting here. And I'm not sure about this move, because when he's sitting here, queens are banking energy. g0rynich doesn't have to worry about like, oh no, I don't have enough energy for this attack, I'm just going to go for it. He's going to be fine when Dandy actually moves out. So Dandy must be fine with just sitting the whole time. I'm so shocked by this, because we also don't have any vessels.
Yeah, I don't know if like Dandy would make the worst pro wrestler, because like there's just nothing electrifying about watching him get upgrades for mech units on 2 bases and then push out to get a 3rd base.
I mean, he's getting 3-2, which is obviously a massive rank point, because you start one-shotting like everything. But he's down 20 supply. Of course, if we're just going to sit here and wait till max and 3-2, then the supplies are going to be even. But g0rynich is taking bases. If I was g0rynich, I would actually like to see him take a base on Dandy's side of the map, so bottom right.
Oh yeah, just to force it.
That forces you to actually do something. It's like, hey, you want to camp? Okay, you can camp, but the longer you camp, the less resources you're gonna have.
Yeah.
So I would really like to see that. Now, of course, we have vision. We know Dandy's not attacking. He doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But that would have been a nice move. Man, we are creeping so slow just to secure base.
Look, all I'm trying to say is there's this horror movie where the queens fly in, they get like 2 spawn broodlings off, they all die, and then the 3-2 mech moves across the map and kills everything. And I'm like, well, that could certainly happen, but is that antenna upgrade?
Yeah, antenna upgrade. Channeling
nice.
His inner Jaeyoon right here.
Oh my god.
You remember that?
Yeah,
the
I remember
upgrade.
that. That is the Jaeyoon upgrade.
That was painful.
That was so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So where are those queens? Because I know they're somewhere. I'm trying to find them. I see hydras all over the place. Okay, there they are. Queens. They are just waiting. Dandy man, like, tanks are good, but you know what's better? When queens just instantly pop him. So I mean, we do have a lot of tanks. It's like 16 tanks, but this is 12, 13 queens, my dude. Like,
and they're almost all full energy.
They have full energy. And we have defilers coming out with consume. We've got adrenaline. We've got upgrades.
We have
okay,
EMP.
Here we go.
Where's our...
I don't think we have EMP. We have a radiate. I don't see many vessels. I don't see any vessels anywhere.
Yeah, where are the vessels at here? So we have a suspiciously low vessel count. No EMP, which is, you know, maybe one way to deal with it. But let's see when our queens are kicking. So there's the Overlord sack. So where's our queens? Okay, so we did manage to clone quite a few queens here. That's like 5 good broodlings, and he saves maybe 3-4 queens there. And now the mutas are coming in, at least just to buffer here. Now Goliaths are on low ground, so that's obviously a little bit suboptimal there. But look at the queens, more broodlings going off. He's got so much energy. The tanks just popping one by one. He's got to get more queens. He's got plenty of energy here. Actually, no, he doesn't. He's actually totally out of energy. The tanks hold. There's hydras coming in from the rear. This is like such a weird hydra flank down there. And that's a lot of dead Zerg units, and there's still tanks out there.
Now, Zerg did lose a lot. We definitely bled off way too many hydras there, but it's okay. The reason it's okay, bottom base is almost mined out for Dandy. So this is now almost 1 base Terran in a second. Meanwhile, guess what? Not 1 base Zerg. No. Definitely not 1 base
60
Zerg.
drones.
So every tank we lose here is very important. So unless, you know, okay, here we go. Another big broodling coming in to kill a few tanks. But that's actually quite a few tanks. But where are the rest of the queens? I know he has more than this.
I think he's got a few, but they're not hotkeyed. So he doesn't actually...
Oh, he doesn't have 150 energy. He has 120.
Oh, man. So this push is actually coming in at a very key moment. Can't afford to lose any more of these queens for free, and he's got to buy enough time. There's just not a lot of... I mean, finally the ultras are out, but they're only 0-1, so almost no upgrades. It's... I mean, if you can get Zerglings on tanks, they're going to kill them, but I mean, actually surprisingly good splash damage for those tank shots. Take out all the lings here. These ultras are probably not going to be able to kill off the rest of the tanks.
So Dandy somehow hits at the perfect time, wipes out all the hydras, actually killed a lot of queens. Also, there's only 6 queens now. He killed a bunch of ultras, which are expensive. Now it's gone from g0rynich having 5 bases to he only has 4. It's given Dandy the ability to take a 4th base of his own.
Yeah.
Also, he kept the majority of his tanks alive.
Yeah, lots of tanks out there still, and like you said, not very many queens. The tank line is in a good position to protect this new base. It's being taken. Some lings trying to run through, but I mean, those are mostly like mine clearing lings, or I don't know if he really hopes to get much done with that. They get taken out, and they see that there's a big, bad Terran infrastructure being set up, a massive tank line across the upper middle of the map.
Tons of tanks, and now Dandy has supply lead. He's up 25 supply.
Oh my god.
And we've seen this before.
Yeah.
Where did we see this? SPX versus
Abby.
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 Guess what? Tanks pretty good versus ultras. So I'm already not liking this switch. Also, Vulture's getting into bottom left, wipe the drone
Rip
line.
all of our drones. He lost 20 drones there.
And now we can just lay mines. These Vultures, after they lay mines, we can just suicide. We don't want them. We just want tanks. So g0rynich is in trouble.
The 6 o'clock base from coming up.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do about it? You gonna run through mines?
I guess the answer is yes. It turns out Ultralists can actually tank a million billion mines. Unfortunately, after that, they die, and you've lost hundreds and hundreds of gas. You see the splash damage on those mines?
Yeah.
Is that not disgusting? Oh my god.
No, it's beautiful.
Okay, well, yeah. Depends on your perspective here. I mean, the 4th base, I think, is the big deal, right? Like, Dandy on 4 bases can live forever.
Yeah, now he's got 4 base, and he denied basically the 5th base for g0rynich, and now he's building up his tanks. He already has 3 too. And what's worse is the unit count for g0rynich. Like, ultras just don't beat tanks, so he probably doesn't even really want to attack. But if he just sits, the tank count just gets higher and higher and higher, and then you're just never gonna be able to trade. So he kind of hacks to attack right now, but he can't. He's at 140 versus max.
I love these vultures. They're just so valuable. I mean, they're free, so if they do anything, then yes, they're getting the damage done. There are a few queens left down here. I think we still only have like 5 or 6. How did they still get in and kill a million drones? No justice.
Well, there were only 3 there, and what I'm looking at now is g0rynich upgrades. We have only +1 armor. I think he upgraded range damage on his Hydras first, so that's why we're lacking. Meanwhile, we have 3-2 for Terran, started +3 armor. I think he just goes. The only thing that's lacking from the army is, do we have any irradiates? I don't see a vessel anywhere.
So there's a big tech switch happening here. We're getting +1 air weapons and remaxing on mutas, or not maxing, but you know, he's trying. There's a bad rally point which sent a couple of mutas in 1 by 1, so that might tip Dandy off that it's time for a muta man. Let's see. I mean, there's still quite a few Goliaths out, and they are still 3-2. So
yeah, look at how fast these ultras just die.
Yeah,
this is just not the comp you need.
What are you gonna do here?
You have to have Dark Storm if you're gonna go Ultra Link. You cannot just A move.
Yeah, and if you have Dark Swarm, you definitely. He's hemorrhaging like random mutas. Like I don't know what the plan is here. Like,
well, now that mutas have been built, the gig's up because now we know that mutas are coming. So he could be a debate to force out Goliath, which is what's happening. And now he's going into Lings again. But we can't stop this army. It's just impossible.
Ooh. I mean, there's finally that Dark Swarm, but there's just not enough of it. Where's our? We need more than 2, I would say.
There are so many tanks.
And also, what are our queens doing here? And the answer is nothing. They are. Did he broodling at a Goliath?
Well, I think he just wanted to get anything. Also, if we wipe out the Goliaths, then all of a sudden the mutas can kill everything. The problem is,
you're not wrong.
This is 3 mutas with no upgraded damage. So actually,
the mutas have +2.
Yeah, +2 armor.
Oh yeah, you're right. You got armor.
So actually, they just don't deal any damage.
Yeah. I definitely thought that was weapons, but no, he's just getting +1 right now.
Now we do have a big macro slip from Dandy again. So this could be something, a trend in the series. It'll be something to pay attention to. This time doesn't really matter because we just have such a killer comp, but we saw it in game 1. So that could be something that kind of breaks the camel's back for Dandy. So I'm hoping that this is not a sign of things to come in future games, but this looks like he's got it in the bag because he's going to run in. He's going to see there's really not that many drones. He's going to wipe them all out immediately. And g0rynich, we're almost under 100 supply at this point.
Yeah, now dropping under 100. not looking good for our Russian Zerg player. I mean, he does have that game 1 to play with, so, you know, at least it's going to be a series. He's counterattacking really well with some Darkstormed Ultras at the 12 o'clock location, 1 o'clock, whatever you want to call that. But I think Dandy's probably okay taking that trade, and he's even going to be able to kill these Ultralisks off and probably go back to mining.
Yeah, so this is going to be all of the army of g0rynich getting wiped out. He really has nothing left. He's got like 10 mutas for a mechs or for a tech switch, but they don't have any damage upgrades, which means...
Where do our Hydras go? Do we have those?
No, he just switched into Ling Ultra. So
oh, okay.
We just don't have them anymore. I mean, they did get chewed up by the tanks. I don't blame him for the switch, but...
Yeah, not really what you want right now.
Yeah, but now there's too many tanks, and I talked about how drops are good on this map, but look at what Dandy has. He's got like 100 turrets. He's got mines set up. So really no opportunity for
good luck, buddy.
For g0rynich to drop there. Kind of just honestly, Dandy just hit at the right time.
Yeah?
After the broodlings, I thought for sure that was g0rynich gonna seal the deal, because he just had so many queens, but he hit before second broodlings come in, and that kind of just ended g0rynich. It just got rid of all of the momentum.
He's able to take out that 12 o'clock base and then move on from there. And I mean, he's still just devastating the drones over and over and over again. This base is completely useless. I'm guessing he already laid mine for those vultures. Even if he didn't, I mean, just shutting down mining there, he even still gets out at least one of the vultures. It kills a bunch of drones, catches them in transit. Oh my gosh, disgusting.
Yeah, so 180 to 90 this game is... Oof. We're just waiting for Dandy to just go kill him.
Yeah, I think it's about that time. I think Dandy's probably, or g0rynich is maybe going to try one more attack or just get run over here.
He's just going to get run over. Yeah. Well, he does have a Defiler. Or he doesn't.
Okay, yeah, never mind. We lost the Defiler. And that's it. GG. So, wow, g0rynich taps out, and we've got a series on our hands. To all of you 3-0 apologists out there, shame on you. We're at least going to get a pretty close series here, and I think that's really exciting because at least this season the map pool is pretty diverse. There's a lot of different things you can do, like taking back naturals is not a thing we'll be seeing in the future. So congratulations, Dandy. You could get the safe base that game and play your super exciting Terran. No, I'm just kidding. But he was able to slow the game down, go for that mech strat, and just really I mean, he did do a good job defending against the mutas, but I feel like maybe g0rynich played into his hands a little bit, going for that queen strategy. But I mean, I thought it worked pretty well, right?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But we just bled off a bit too many hydras, and the counterattack just killed us. So I think just a little bit of a better execution of it, and he's good to go. Like, he was looking like he was in an amazing spot, but maxing on ultras afterwards. That wasn't the move.
Yeah, no, also the massive Hydra commitment was maybe also tad overdone there. Like Hydra's great against Goliath, maybe not great against leftover siege tanks.
No.
Okay, so our next game is Clay Fields. And Clay Fields, a lot of people call it like Fighting Spirit 2.0, but he's got a lot of these really cool high grounds. I think it is not bad for mech here, but if there's a map you're going to go +1 5 racks on, so this is a contender.
Yeah, this is a really good map for 5 racks. I'm looking at how open it is.
Yeah.
I really like this map. I'm glad it got into for BSL.
It's not flashy. This is not a lunar colony. It's not an inner coven.
No.
So, yeah. But it's got very strong fundamentals. So, yeah, let's get into it. This is the deciding game number 3. It doesn't decide the series, but it's a very big advantage to go up 2-1. Let's see who is going to take game number 3 on Clay Fields. Okay, here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner, let's just force red and blue.
Yeah, I did.
Is our blue Zerg player from Russia. It is g0rynich.
In the top right, we have the red Terran. It is Dandy. And so Clay Fields looks pretty standard. You know, I actually haven't gotten to play it, but everything is laid out basically like Fighting Spirit, very similar. I like the natural layout for turrets. I think Dandy actually got a good spawn here. I want to just take a look at the layout for him. Yeah, this is a pretty good spawn for putting turrets in this position, so I don't expect him to like get or take crippling damage to something like a 2-hatch here. Also, we may just see Dandy go Goliath again because he had all his success versus Eon Zerg going mech play.
Oh yeah, he did beat Eon Zerg
and now he just won with the mech play. So if I'm him, it feels like, all right, well, mech is just the bread and butter.
Well, yeah, okay, but see, here's the thing. Okay, so the reason g0rynich is here is because he was able to have one of the most nail-biting comebacks in his series to advance to the playoffs. And I was like, okay, this guy knows how to adapt. So I definitely don't think that he is going to let Dandy play another one of these like ultra super passive styles if he sees that it's going that way. Obviously, he's got to get out there and scout. So second drone coming out to head across the map. And he's going to find Dandy pretty quickly.
Yeah, going to be a first scout for both players. And this is, you know, obviously ideal. And I wonder if g0rynich is going to pull a drone off and try and block the ramp to make sure that Dandy doesn't get in. But it doesn't look like that. So we're going to have to pay attention to, is there going to be a second drone pull off and go onto this gas that
There it is. Or is it?
It is. So this is going to be 2-hatch, same build as Sylphid. Now the SCV comes in and gets to see it, so he's going to be able to count how many lings get made. He also sees that the extractor was later than the pool. So again, straight layer, no speed. Because of this, I don't expect anything different. One Marine Command Center.
Yeah, or
there
we're
it
not
is.
just going to see history repeat itself.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that game was okay for g0rynich, but I think Dandy also made maybe a couple of mistakes there. Especially not moving out with a second clump of bio. But at least he sees everything that's coming his way, no surprises. And for g0rynich on the other side, he did get in there for the initial scout, but unless you want to sack an Overlord, you do not know if he's going back to that mech style.
Yeah, we could have delayed mech, which looks like we might, because this extractor has come down. There's still only one Rax. Now, this is a very, very risky move. Now he knows that there's no speed coming in, so he's actually able to get away with it. If this was extractor before pool, I think it's almost suicide to go for this because you know they're building 8 to 12 lings. But it looks like we're gonna have the same thing as what we just saw, fast command center into mech, and it's up to g0rynich to get damage done now because you're gonna have strong Goliaths with strong upgrades. Really, the weakest point of the going for the delayed mech is you really don't have very many Goliaths. So as long as you just survive the initial mutas, then you have this really strong unit comp that can just go counterattack.
So then what's the time where you switch? Is it when you realize, wait a second, I haven't done enough damage with these mutas, I have to do something else?
You can just keep going mutas and try and pick off SCVs.
Okay.
But I don't think that can really happen in this position. It just doesn't seem like.
Can't you just like? Well, I guess you don't want to put the Goliaths right behind the mineral lines, but.
Well, yeah, but turrets combined with Goliaths in this position, I just don't think you're gonna get damage done with the mutas. Now there is the 2 factories coming in. This time, I wonder if he's gonna go vultures. He might, because it would force larva to be used on drones, force larva to be used on lings. So he might see that, but more than likely, we're probably just see instant armory. Because, like I said, when you go delayed mech, you're cutting it razor thin. You almost have no Goliaths versus this specific build. You are relying on your turrets to not die for a long time.
Yeah. Spire over halfway done, and do we have a Goliath? No.
No, armory just started.
We're 10% on the armory, so I mean, it looks like the timing is going to be okay, but I mean, obviously, mutas are all about how it's not about the size of your muta clump; it's how you use it.
This is so dangerous. I can't even tell you how dangerous it is. It can either go amazing for you, or you just straight up lose because you don't have any units. Now, Dandy, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's gone 3 factory before the eBay. The eBay's gonna finish in time. Turrets are gonna start up, but look at how low his gas is. He's gonna have to get range. He can't get armored. That's 100%.
What units would he be getting range for?
He just got weapon. But we don't have any gas for any units.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are our units? Which units are going to benefit from this armory upgrade?
Okay, actually, he does have. Okay, he's
Where's he
killing
getting
it.
his gas
He's
from?
got enough gas for range, enough gas for weapon, enough gas for all 3 factories. He's got his refiner. Oh, he's a genius, man. He's got everything lined up.
Does he mine 10 gas per trip or something? Like, where does this come from?
We just need turrets. That's all we need right now. Mutas are still not across the map.
They're getting there. They are halfway across the map. It's only going to be the first 4, but I mean, this is still going to be at least a little bit annoying. He's not going for it immediately. He's actually running around to go into the main.
Yeah, missed opportunity for g0rynich going into the main. Had an opportunity to kill some SCVs at the natural when the guys have no range. Now 5 mutas are here. This is not enough for g0rynich to feel confident to move in. So I actually don't think he's going to get that many kills. Sure, he gets 2 SCVs. Dandy does not care about 2 SCVs because he's got a crazy
he's going to run into the back corner, I think, but there's already Goliath moving up, so he's got to head for the hills. I think he loses the muta here. Whoa, close. No cigar, but this is still 3 factories. I think he saw the Goliath count, but I don't think he saw the factory count when he was in there.
Yeah, he didn't see it's 3 fact, but you can see that g0rynich, despite knowing that it's Goliath now, no transition. He's just content with going with math mutas. Now this academy is key for Dandy, because if you move out and you see that it's mass hydras, you lose all your Goliaths. Here he comes again.
I don't know if this is where we commit. I mean, he's taking the Goliaths out, so at least that's good, but it's 3 factories. So we're just going to rebuild exactly that number of Goliaths. And I mean, sure, delaying the academy, like you said, so essential to Dandy, and it's very slow.
Yes, like I said, you need the academy because you need to know whether it's hydras, whether it's mutas. If he sees hydras, he can't move out. Not with this amount. He's gonna have to sit here and camp. But when he scans and sees that it's just pure muta, all of a sudden he can get very confident with these Goliaths. And when he reaches 1-1, probably just go and kill him. But these mutas are not dealing the damage they need. Got a few of the Goliaths initially, which is perfect. But now that we're kind of just hitting critical mass, we've got 7 Goliaths, soon to be 10 Goliaths.
Ooh.
We got to start transitioning. There it is. Hydrogen coming up, evolution chamber coming up, but I don't know.
Well, what's there defending in the natural for Dandy? It looks like he has 2 turrets. Kind of confused as to why g0rynich just, there you go. Yeah, attacking multiple different directions, trying to pull these Goliaths out of location. But Dandy's just so on top of everything. He's following these mutas around. I don't think they've done really any damage. They delayed the armory and killed a few SCVs.
Yeah, they killed like 5 SCVs, delayed the academy. It's kept Dandy back. There goes that scan. Now he scans and sees Hydroden and sees evolution chamber. Now if he sees mutas pop out, he doesn't send it. But I still think he's okay, but it is a little bit worrisome to see a Hydroden and not see any hydras, because now you start wondering, like,
where are they?
Where are they?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, are they morphing outside of my natural expansion, going to run lurkers in, you know? I mean, you were talking about the big timing where you have to hang on right as the mutas hit, but we are way past that. And Danny is in a great spot. He's got tons of Goliaths. He hit those upgrades so fast, and now he's got +1 range Goliaths, and it's a little scary.
Yeah, he's really hitting his stride now. Really, the most vulnerable part of the game was, like I said, we had 6 mutas versus 2 Goliaths.
Yeah.
That's mutas will just kill those. So now that we've survived that, we're good to go. We've got 5 factory coming in. He's got tanks coming out. We still don't see any hydras anywhere. So the Hydroden actually feels like it's a debate. But we've got we've got +1 weapon coming in for hydras. So I'm not actually sure if we're going to see more hydras or any hydras come out. So far, there's none. It's just pure mutas. How many mutas do we actually have? It looks like we've got...
He's got a control group.
He's got 13, which is...
Looks like he's going for a second control group as well. Really going hard on the mutas here because, you know, there's obviously no queens like we saw as a response in game 2. So, I mean, we are just going for it for mutas. He is about to finish that up, but he is getting Hydra upgrades behind this. We just, you know, don't have any Hydras.
Well, one thing you can do is you can just instantly backstab when Terran moves out.
Yeah,
that is a very common move. You can see that there are a couple Sunkens out for g0rynich, but with tanks in combination with the Goliaths, you've got to be very confident that you can backstab, deal critical damage to the SCV line, and then also have enough to clean up the army, because Sunkens are not going to stop them. You have to fight them at some point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you can deal damage with mutas if you also then just die. So, I mean, the mutas are staying back at home, and he hasn't totally revealed the muta count, but he is trying to hold on until this +1 flyer weapons finishes. And if he can do that, I mean, great. But we're pushing, and we're already over halfway across the map, and nothing to make these tanks siege up before they hit. Oh, he's pulling back.
Holy
What?
moly, this is so many mutas.
Oh my God, he's got 3 control groups.
It's almost 3 control groups, and he's backs up immediately. But this is a lot of Goliaths, but it's +1 weapon. I think g0rynich actually just runs him over here.
Yeah, because he's already got the carapace upgrade, right? Yeah. So he is just going to run all over everything here. That is so many mutas. I can't even count that high on my fingers and toes, Nyokin. Holy cow. How good is the Mutalist?
This is why it is imperative that you know what the comp is. We have 6 tanks. They don't hit air. Muta's just running over everything. He also lost his Marines to the bunker.
The game? Oh my God.
He's dead. He's actually dead.
Damn, g0rynich. You're so fine. Oh my God. Danny, those tanks trying to lean on their backs and shoot up. They can't do it.
So g0rynich, 2-1 now.
This is a major feels bad man moment for Dandy. He was doing it. He's getting all of his upgrades, hitting those sick gas timings to just barely hold on. No, 30 Mutalisks feels Terran, man.
Feels Terran, yeah. Oof. But what a mind game.
Yeah,
Hydra Den and Evolution Chamber. We saw him scan. He didn't see the mutas pop out. If he saw the mutas pop out,
yeah,
he would know this guy's not going Hydra.
The scan finished right before the mutas popped. He had no idea. The mutas were hidden. And it's hard to hide that many mutas because you're just not doing anything. And the Terran's like, wait a second, I can just go kill him. And he almost got there, but when he got there was 30 mutas.
Yeah,
so.
we didn't see those 20 mutas that were hidden.
Yeah.
And we have full vision.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's so broken about Terran. You can just scan anywhere and see anything until you don't see what you need to see, and then not so great. So, wow, that means that g0rynich is up 2-1 against Dandy in this best of 5. And the reason I say that, like, the third game is like the decider game, it's so pivotal because once you go up 2-1, you're on match point. So there's so much more pressure on Dandy right now, and I can hear the voice of Bob Malcolm in my ears, cheering for Dandy to hold on as the final Peruvian player in the BSL this season. And I mean, look, we've made it this far. Terror tried and almost made it this far. Unfortunately, kind of got reverse sweeperinoed there. So it's time to get into Gladiator, a big, bad 4-player map where anything is possible. I think g0rynich is like kind of figured it out, but I don't think Dandy is going to quite make that same mistake again.
I don't know. I mean, he could. I mean, honestly, the Hydra Den Evolution Chamber was genius. Like, you don't see that often. So that was great. But g0rynich 1 game away, and I think this would be the first time you've ever made the finals, right?
Yes.
I think it may even be
semifinals in season 6.
Did he?
I want to say, you can double check my stats there, but
well, regardless, we can check that afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he made he got really high season 6, but did not do so well 2 seasons ago. So yeah, he is actually very, very strong right now, as is very evident. But you know, Dandy's the truth, and we still haven't seen any of these signature big bad bio games from Dandy. I mean, kind of in game number 1, but not really. So I mean, let's see what's going on. This is low ground bans, so it makes your base a lot more vulnerable. Let's just get into it. Game number 4 on the map Gladiator to decide whether or not g0rynich punches his tickets to the finals, or if Dandy, the Peruvian hope, can stay alive. Whew. Okay. In the bottom left-hand corner of Gladiator, in the blue, playing Zerg from Russia, it's g0rynich.
And in the top right, he is 1 game from being eliminated from this BSL. And if he does get eliminated, I think he's the last one to ever have won a BSL. True Touch is gone. Eon Zerg is gone. He'd be gone.
Yeah, and b05 has never won
yeah,
BSL.
Everybody would be a new champion.
Yeah. Also TT1, so
Yeah, I like how we just instantly went
If
to
you're
bottom.
confused about whether or not TT1 is going to BSL, you're not alone. Okay, yes, you are, but no. Yeah, a lot of first timers, so we could have an all new finals and no repeat champions. That's how competitive BSL is.
It is. And I'm already worried for no, Dandy.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
Are we?
Oh, he sent his SCV out so late. This is gonna be such a late wall. Well, maybe he's gonna transition it into 10-10-10.
Where's our? I guess the Marine still pops out on the good side, right?
Yeah, this pops out on the. Oh, he's on. He sent his SCV out too late. This is not 10-10-10 because he's queued up another SCV. So he is gonna wall off, but I mean, it's not game ending, but this is not how you want to start off a game, especially in the elimination match potentially. So
yeah, man, I miss the days when players just like, towed their balls around in wheelbarrows and went for like crazy cheese when everything was on the line. But this is not going to be it. Instead, Dandy is, oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to be pretty slow. He has no idea what's coming his way on the other side of the map. I mean, it's not a 4-pool or anything super stupid like that. That would be the real big brain move, but I'm with you. This is not safe.
At least he's not going to get punished that hard, because on other maps where you have to build more Marines, you have to build a bunker. This map, you build one Marine and just sit behind your wall. So he's still going to be able to power hard. Yeah. I like the depot. Drone can't come in now. It also doesn't have vision to see if there's command center coming in. Well, now it does. It, right? Yeah, but
see how bad our SCV RNG is. Because if that gets stupidly picked off on the outside of the wall,
it might actually get picked off. Now, Dandy behind this does have factory coming in. It's dead. I think it's gonna die. Oh, okay, it's not gonna die.
Oh no!
Oh, close. He wanted to die. He wanted to die, but g0rynich said not today. Now back on g0rynich side of the map, this is not a 2-hatch. He is gonna go 3-hatch. Now because he saw the wall and because Dandy has been favoring mech, I wonder if he's gonna put it on location somewhere, but it doesn't look like it. It's just gonna be hatch in the main. And there is a gas. So 3-hatch, standard gas timing. Actually, it's a 15 gas, which means we're powering extremely hard, which is my favorite counter to mech play. But this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be mech. This could still be 1-1-1 since you can wall off. And we've seen Light go for 2-port Wraith recently. So that's also a possibility because Dandy's still mining gas.
I mean, I would say, like, Terror's the 2-port Wraith guy. Well, I mean, Koget #1, but certainly... I don't know if I've seen Dandy go 2-port Wraith in a while. Wraith. Oh, it is. You're right. Wow.
There it is.
Can he call her? Can he call
now, it? Dandy in TvZ, God mode with Wraith. Yeah. So this could be good. I am looking forward to see how well he can control these, and this will. Oh my God! Just canceling the drone building the colony is so annoying. Now, because of how often or how inoften you see Race in TvZ, this may catch g0rynich completely off guard.
Well, and like you said, if you go Raze in TvZ, you got to be a god. It's like going Mutas in ZVP. It's like you got to be good. So I'm excited here because also this is not like something g0rynich is ever gonna scout.
g0rynich is all inning here. There's no lair.
There's no lair. Oh my God.
This is actually the perfect counter to what Dandy's going for. You just have mass hydras versus paper.
He has no idea.
He has no idea. Actually no idea. He's just going for hydras. Hydras are good versus walls because as a Terran, you think I got a wall. Yeah. I'm safe. So you build no defense. Where's Dandy's defense? This one Marine? That's hydras don't care about one Marine. Also, once they get range, they can kill both these depots. And then once you kill both these depots, Dandy isn't thinking about building depots. He's thinking about, I got to repair and save this bunker.
Now, did he get close enough to see that there was no expo? Because that could kind of tip him off.
Yes.
Yeah, so he saw no expo, so he's like, wait a second.
Yes, so he knows it's mech, but he doesn't know how all in it is.
That's true. That's true. He doesn't know how many factories there are or aren't,
Yeah, well, now he sees the race, so now he knows that it's tech. He doesn't know that it's actually race here. We know that it's race, but if you're g0rynich and you see a guy going Wraith and you have this mass hydras, we are happy.
Yeah. So it turns out that unlike the siege tanks that couldn't hit the mutas, the Hydras can actually just hit everything. They can hit walls, they can hit rays, and they can hit Dandy's tender Peruvian Terran heart. So somebody's gotta break out some EKGs. Like where we how are we gonna resuscitate Danny's build here? Because this is a pretty big build order win.
So he's got 3 rays in a bunker versus 10 Hydras.
How many rays does it take to kill a Hydra?
A million.
Yeah.
So, now these Hydras, they don't even they can just hold position here. He doesn't have to. Look how many SCVs he had to pull.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how good repair is. Not that good. Okay, so he does have cloak, but where's the nearest Overlord?
Yeah, the Overlord's dead, so the Hydras are going to push back. I actually forgot how much damage 3 rays can actually deal to Hydras, but regardless, forcing a SCV pull like that is a lot of damage done. It slows down Dandy's build quite a bit. To be fair, building the Hydras slow down g0rynich's build quite a bit, but he does have Lair coming up.
He's only on 21 drones, so that's not a lot. We're still 2-basing it here. So let's not think of this as any sort of bueno economy. But now there's Overlords accompanying the Hydras. You're not going to be able to cloak. I think there is an Overlord in the main. Yeah, a couple of them. Oh, okay, wow. All right. Let's give a round of applause to the Rays. They killed a drone. Nice.
Yeah, he did eliminate at least one of the drones.
The assassin.
But even though the drone count is low at 20, it's not like the SCV count is high. It's 28 to 22.
Oh, yeah,
so
you're right.
It's still fine. And still, Dandy has to worry about mass Hydras. So he's building tanks way faster than he normally is. He's got double bunker that slows down his build. Rays almost get caught there.
Ooh.
Everything is a lot slower for Dandy because when you're going 1-1-1, you're trying to get out, 3 tanks, a vessel, like 5 racks, 6 racks, and push out around 9:30. Now I realize this is not 1-1-1 because we went 2-port raid, but everything is really getting slowed down simply because of how many Hydras are out.
I mean, we didn't see the build order counter be exactly what we saw, but it's sufficient to say that Dandy is not doing a whole lot right now. He's got to worry about these Hydras, and I think they're about to hit the front door. Yeah, taking out the depot. Siege mode, ooh, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, but look at the supply. g0rynich is up in supply. It's 51 to 47. He's almost got equal worker counts. Dandy still has 3 rays, but 3 rays really are not very scary at all. So g0rynich is going to feel confident to take another base. He also saw siege mode, an expensive upgrade. He knows that slows down all of Terran's stuff, especially when they didn't have a fast command center. So this is perfect reaction from g0rynich. He's going Queens, or he's going Lurker, Queen's Nest, which means we're just going to go into Hydra, Lurker, Defiler. Oh my god, goodbye, Wraith.
Oh, we already lost a Wraith. Okay, nice. Yeah, like 1.2 Wraiths left for Dandy, which is really his only way of seeing what's going on out there on the map. Like, he has some scans, but as we learned in our last game, scans do not show you everything. And I think, Overlord speed's done, so it's going to be maybe a little bit harder to catch these, but find some freebies here at the third base and at least use the timing there. That's kind of remarkable that Dandy is still finding some really good usage out of these Wraiths.
Yeah, but 1 Wraith goes down and every Wraith is very expensive. Could have been a tank.
Yeah.
So big losses there. Even if all they do is soak up Hydra shots in the middle of a fight, that's a big deal because it lets your Marines get off free hits or tanks get off free hits.
Yeah.
Now, Dandy g0rynich behind us. Hive has started. He's got Hydras and Lurkers coming out. So he wants to fight. That's what Hydra Lurker does, is they want to fight. And really, Dandy doesn't have an army that can fight just yet. And meanwhile, g0rynich is taking the 4th base or 3rd base.
Yeah, 4th hatch, 3rd base. I mean, g0rynich is not moving out prematurely. He's pressured the wall a couple of times, but he always pulls back and never really loses a whole lot. Still even on a supply, maybe about to be ahead as soon as he pops a bunch of Lurkers out or something like that. But now he's going for it. So let's see. Kind of weird. I don't see Lurker contains on Terran that often, but we're here.
Yeah, so we do have a light contain outside of Dandy's base. Just make sure that if he wants to move out, he's going to have to put a little effort into it. But one thing I'm noticing, just like on Sylphid, look at our drone count. Ooh. 27 to 43. We really need to get our drone count up and running. But g0rynich is reading it a little bit wrong, not factoring how costly the Wraiths are, how costly it is to get siege. He thinks he needs as much units as possible because really Terran's hitting around now.
Yeah. But he really doesn't. There's what, 3 tanks?
Yeah, 3 tanks is pretty critical mass for 1-1-1, but we don't have enough bio right now. Because we went into 2-port raids.
Yeah,
so,
he's still on 3 racks.
Oh my god. 5th hatch coming up at a 4th base. It's the mineral only.
Well, I think it's safe to say he's reading it a little bit better now. Realizing, wait a second, I don't know if we're really going right now. So he pumped a bunch of units. But now he's going to try to slingshot, get a bunch of drones behind this. Let's see if he can hold on with what he has.
Yeah, we desperately need drones. We're still only at 27 drones, 28 drones. Meanwhile, 6 racks coming up.
Ooh.
So g0rynich has a lot right now, but I'm worried about the secondary attack or the third attack. He's got adrenaline coming in, but look at our natural, very skimpy on drones. Third base, very skimpy. He at least has Nidus coming. Do we have defilers anywhere? We rushed Hive. Okay, defiler mount is done, but we don't have consume being upgraded.
Does he really not have?
He really doesn't have it coming. He got adrenaline, but no consume.
Is this like the reverse Avilov, where you forget the other upgrade? You get adrenal, but you forget the good one?
He started defilers.
Look, Queens. Do they have a way to get energy? No. Only the defiler. So this is what we call the honest defiler build, where you have to regenerate energy just like every other unit.
Yes. That's called the balanced race build. That's what I want to see. So unfortunate for g0rynich here missing this upgrade, because Dandy's army is now starting to get very strong, still extremely low on drones. So even though supplies are even, g0rynich has the better army in terms of supply right now.
Yeah.
But Dandy's army is stronger.
I mean, this is kind of similar to what we saw in the last game, where there was a moment where the Queens hadn't hit yet, and g0rynich army looked incredibly strong. But then after that, Dandy's just like never let up. Oh yeah, now of course he realizes, wait a second, I do not have consume. That's a problem, because he's got 4 defilers and none of them do anything. So.
Not yet, but all he has to do is buy time for about 30 seconds and then he's good. And the fact that Dandy's not instantly going,
but yeah, you can't push through the middle. So
yeah, it's gonna let him get consume up in time. So this is great. And also, Dandy's been killing his upgrade. He's about to have +2. Like, it's almost done.
Oh my god. And those were super delayed too, so that's pretty impressive. Now we've got these weird pizza wedges coming into play here, and so obviously as a Terran player that makes it a little bit more difficult to move up and over them, but yeah, he actually is moving through the center. I thought he was gonna go down south, but can we pick off some science vessels? No.
Yeah, but there's consume. We just heard it come in, but he does go and find these defilers instantly, and they don't have plague just yet, so the vessels really can't get punished that much.
And he doesn't have drop either, so he can't pick the defilers up to save them from irradiates. So, I mean, he does get a Dark Swarm down. It's just kind of a panic because that defiler's about to die. Here we go, finding a big flank opportunity. Lurker's Burrow on the low ground, so not exactly where you want it. Another irradiate on a defiler, but it poops out the Dark Swarm just in time. He's got like 5 defilers here, so just because we see a few irradiates, it's not going to stop these Dark Swarms from coming.
Yeah, and he did send one through the Nidus so that he can keep saving it by going to the third base. A really smart move, because there is enough vessels to kill everything. Meanwhile, Dandy has started to take a third base. It's at bottom right. He's got more vessels, or more drop ships actually coming out. So it looks like he may be going for a drop pretty soon. We've transitioned into mines to get some map control, but here he comes.
There's 6 defilers in production, by the way, guys. So we are going for it. There's more and more Dark Swarm, more defilers funneling through here. It's a big siege line. So where's the other Dark Swarm? The unit's bleeding out through it, and I think there's only like 1 lurker underneath.
That's all you need to stop.
I mean, yeah, okay, good point. That's a pretty good combination there. 1 lurker and Dark Swarm. Name a more iconic duo. So, I mean, hey, look, it's good enough to hold off the massive Terran army for now. That's going to give us enough time to get our 8 defilers out and Plague.
Yeah, so Plague's about 30% done, +1 weapon coming in for Lings pretty soon. Lings have shut down bottom right for now.
Oh my god, you're right.
They actually might kill this command center because Marines are not stimming.
I mean, these are cracklings. Like, they are going... Oh my god, that's disgusting. Finds the drop coming in. It's fire bats, but that pops instantly, so the drop is getting blown. Actually, no, the savior fire bat hero, if you will, does actually wind up doing it, and the base is saved. Third will not go down for Dandy, and this drop is actually doing more than I thought it would.
Yeah, but again, big macro slip from Dandy. He gets to have so many units right now. So a little bit off today, but so far he's putting big time pressure onto g0rynich. Meanwhile, this Dark Swarm is actually just saving the game for him, consistently just Dark Swarming these lurkers. But he is going to get onto the high ground, and if he can get on the high ground, or he's not.
Plague! Oh my god, that was the clutchest Dark Swarm I've seen in a cool minute. Barely manages to maintain control of that high ground. It was so clutch.
Yeah, now what happened to the vessels? Because we have tanks, but I don't see the vessels anymore. So all the vessels are dead, which means we can't actually kill these lurkers right now. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Defilers can actually just save all these bases. And we have g0rynich. He's taken mid left. So that's 5 base for him. He's got Ultralisk Cavern up. He's got double upgrades coming.
So sick. This is how you know g0rynich is actually insanely good, is because while he is making all these moves where you have to cast Dark Swarm, move forward, move 1,000,000 units, he's also expanding behind it. Look at these Dark Swarms. Oh my god, triple Dark Swarm out of nowhere. Can you smart cast that ability now?
No, you cannot.
Oh my god, so fast. g0rynich is pushing forward. Dandy will drop here, but there's already lurkers and a Defiler set up, ready to go. g0rynich is playing out of his mind here.
Yeah, g0rynich is playing really well. Still would like to see some more drones at some point, but he's doing a good job to manage all of his bases, shutting down the drops easily while also defending his entrance. He's also taking mid left. He's also got Nidus there already. Meanwhile, Dandy does have his 3rd base up and running. He's been killing it on the upgrades.
That's a physics lab.
Oh, it is a physics lab.
Oh yeah, it is. 2 BCs.
BC's coming out. He's got +3 weapon coming in. He hasn't started +2 armor just yet, but I don't think that's a huge loss for him. Also, looks like he's getting speed on vultures, which is a bit unusual. So are we gonna have like some super delayed mech switch? SCVs are setting up in position like they want to build something. I think that's gonna be factories. Is that a factory? No, more barracks.
Okay, well, I guess that answers that question. So no mech switch coming in. I mean, I guess the vultures he has will be
just
able
for
to backstab a little bit. That's a nice way to do it. I think he only does have that 1 vessel, so still a super low count. Oh my god, Plague. It's just going to be a Dark Swarm. Triple Dark Swarm again. How does he do that? I obviously like control grouped or whatever, but that's very, very fast. Almost ushers that Scourge in to kill the vessel off. I can't believe he only has 1 vessel. That is low.
Yeah, well, he's got BCs coming, so they take quite a while to build. The first 2 are coming out. Now he's got more vessels coming in. He's got a 3rd starport coming in. So we're going really hard on this vessel. Meanwhile, drops at the bottom, but again, lurkers and defilers already know Scourge are just going to kill off the dropship immediately.
Yeah, gets it. And even though there's a couple of Marines left over, actually, you know, now that I look at it, we're still only on 34 drones. So that's a critically low drone count. I mean,
here we go.
Okay, 9 more drones on the way, but we're trying to get out Overlord's Carapace, or Ultra's Carapace, and everything else out too. So
yeah, 46 drones, still very low, but definitely not 34. That's a big spike for him. So he's gonna have a big influx of money pretty soon. Meanwhile, Dandy's SCV count isn't exactly the highest either. It's only 53. Usually 53 is something like a mineral only and a main and a natural in terms of SCV count. We look, he is mined out in the main. He is almost mined out at the natural. So it's nice that he's got top middle up and running. He'll have 5 base pretty soon. These Marines.
Yeah, I don't know if up and middle is like totally up and running. It's been shut down for a while, but I mean, I guess he will be able to get that up and running eventually. Now trying to push out sees BCs, and so obviously it's going to mean a lot more Scourge in production. Let's see if he can get it to work. He's been pretty vigilant at scourging all of these science vessels, so if he can take out those BCs, obviously you do need to send the Scourge in, not one at a time. It's going to take out the Nidus.
Yeah,
Plague on the BCs. Very nice.
Yeah, but that's okay because he's going to get the Nidus, which means he can't reinforce mid left. But
we can't lose these BCs. No. Bad. My eyes.
So BC goes down basically for free there. Trades a BC for a Nidus. Here comes some Ultras. Whoa, he's already got +4 weapon on them. So these Marines have to be careful. Goodbye, Battlecruiser.
Both of them, yeah. So both battle cruisers dealt with. So the reason you build battle cruisers is not as like an end game mothership unit, but it's because it's just like it's hard to deal with them. They're like a really good harassment tool. But if your opponent has the Scourge ready, waiting just in time, and they don't do anything, that's a huge investment that really, I mean, it killed the Nidus, but I mean, Dandy didn't do anything with that dead Nidus.
Yeah, if he was able to combo it like busting through the main at the same time, that's different. That would be like a game-ending move, but didn't really get much there. Meanwhile, g0rynich going to try and attack top middle, but I don't think this is really going to have much.
Yeah.
There's so many Marines, man. Like, actually so many.
I mean, there are a lot. I mean, g0rynich was able to take out one of those bio balls, and he's also getting in for more SCV kills. He does have 45 drones behind this, so he did build up his economy, and he's on 6 bases now. So this is not stopping yet, but that is, you are correct, many. Oh no! Oh! Again, my eyes. Oh, wow. He's 1 Scourge away from killing every vessel again.
Well, this is where Gladiator starts getting scary, because that was a drop to top middle that got those moves in. So that means g0rynich can start dropping every base. He can still have access to run through the middle of the map. Dandy has found top left, and he's going to go and kill it. But these overlords are coming into the right side. Okay, there's nothing in them. I thought there was slings and defilers.
3 battle cruisers in production. So we're going back into it. And look at Dandy go. Oh, no. Not like this. Am I watching Artosis play here? Oh, my God.
No!
My eyes! It hurts! Oh, my God. The double damage. That was crazy.
That was so many Marines that went down there. Now, I still think he's going to get it, but we lost so many Marines. But he's still almost maxed. So does it really matter?
Where are they? How does it work?
Now here comes Ultras to bottom middle. He's going to wipe out this small army here. Now if he can get a Defiler down to bottom right, which he is sending, there is nothing to defend this. It's 4 Marines in a bunker with a few sitting outside of it. This base will die. Meanwhile, top left, I think, is actually going to go down.
Or the Dark
Marines,
Swarm,
I mean.
There's a lurker. It's in the, oh my God, there's the Ultra under Dark Swarm. But yeah, the Defiler's going to run into that bottom right-hand base for Dandy. And if he gets there, without the BCs picking it off or something, yeah, Dark Swarm on the ramp.
Oh, that's
Here we go.
That's all he needs. He just needs to cast Dark Swarm, and bottom right is going to be dead. BCs cannot save it.
Needs Dark Swarm here.
No, there's battle cruisers.
Yeah. So if he can get the Dark Swarm, there's a Defiler. No! Oh! Emergency panic Dark Swarm, and he does get one on top of the lurkers in the command center.
Look how the Ultras just come back and fight the Marines while the Ultras on the high ground ransack the SCVs.
Mein Gott im Himmel. What is happening here? Dandy kind of falling apart a little bit. He's about to lose this 12 o'clock base as well. Okay, actually, those Ultras are going to get shut down. He's not mining from it. Or I guess he's mining just... Okay, he is mining. Never mind. Ultras running out of Dark Swarm. They are so dumb, but finally running right back underneath it. Stay. Sit. Play dead.
So, g0rynich just closed the supply gap. It's now 130 to 120.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if any action is happening on his side of the map. Dandy's not able to counterattack at all.
Finally, a worker lead for g0rynich, by the way.
Yeah, worker lead, and he's got top left coming up. Really, last time, the only reason it went down is we didn't get a Nidus up in time. This time, I think he'll be diligent to get that up. So, Dandy, he's starting to run low on money. He's got,
no
800, 500. Yeah, he's got low gas. His mineral only is getting close to mined out.
Yeah.
Bottom right is, well, honestly, top, middle, and bottom right are always exposed because drops are so good.
Yeah, and there's those overlords waiting to drop the 3 o'clock location. Meanwhile, 12 o'clock... Yeah, no overlords waiting to drop that either. Man, I love this series. Is so tense. I love that this game is like by far the closest of the 3 that we've seen.
Yeah, this game or this series is actually really crazy now. +3 has started for g0rynich. Finally, he's taking top middle natural also, so he's about to have split map gladiator, and this is just an absolute nightmare to defend every single base for Dandy if he even gets to split map scenario. But here comes a big Ling Ultra Flood.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of Scourge with it too. So there's 3 BCs.
Holy mo!
Wait, what are we up to? We're up to 8 battle cruisers.
5 BCs.
Well, 5 plus the 3 that are about to pop.
8 BCs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's pretty.
Do some math for me. How many Scourge do you need to kill 8 battle cruisers?
Actually, 1 million.
Yeah.
Or just 1 plague.
Yeah, I guess they're going to clump up. So, see if he is able to get that plague off. Actually, there's the plague you need to land on that bio ball. That would be insane.
Yeah, he already hit one on a decent chunk of the army, but not able to get the entire army. But if he can find these battle cruisers and plague them, man, those are expensive units. That's 3,000 minerals.
Not to mention the supply. Like, it
Yeah.
looks like Danny's ahead in supply. You lose 8 battle cruisers, you're back down 20 supply. So here come the BCs. They're supporting the bio in the middle of the map. It's the only thing protecting this 12 o'clock location. In the meantime, I think we... Okay, we're not... Okay, where's our Defilers?
We need Dark Swarm. We need Dark Swarm.
Where's our Dark Swarm Plague? Dark Swarm Plague. He's going to read it. There's the Dark Swarm. Where's the Plague? It gets the Consume off. And triple Plague. Did the animation glitch there? I didn't see the Plague animation go off, but he gets it. Triple Plague on those BCs.
Yeah, but look at this. Oh, Dark Swarm saves the day for some of those lurkers.
Dark Swarms are like the fastest guns in the West, man. This guy is your sheriff. You are never getting invaded by outlaws.
Now, a decent amount of Scourge hugging the left side of the map.
Yeah, waiting for the Plague to do its work. And, I mean, the base gets shut down for a second, but I think taking out those battle cruisers is pretty worth it.
These are dead.
Yeah.
These are all dead. Goodbye, BCs.
And boom goes the dynamite. There it is. So no more BCs up there, but we still got 5 battle cruisers in the middle of the map, I think. No, where those guys go? Okay,
right.
they're back at home. They're protecting. Spile Ball is significant, but all it takes is a lurker under Dark Swarm with Plague. So where's our Nidus? Okay, Nidus is there, but there's no Defilers. Where's our Defilers?
No Defiler, but okay, finally he gets down a few ultras, but they're bottling up, trying to get through.
Nyoken. We're scourging some vessels. That's good. That's good. Okay. I think we killed all the vessels.
This is dead. This army's gone.
Oh my god. This is the only thing Danny has.
Yeah, he's got 40 supply locked up in battle cruisers at bottom right that he's not using. So actually, this is a 150 army versus a 100 supply army.
Bob Malcolm, I can hear
Malcolm.
Where are you at?
We need your power, Bob Malcolm.
Yeah. La fuerza de la Peruvian corazón. Where's the power? Dandy just lost his big bad army. He's got battle cruisers, but that's about it. And they're all the way back at home. He's having to try to move them into position here to try to stop this flood of 3-5 ultras into the 12 o'clock base. Not looking good for our Peruvian hero.
And there's a Defiler in the center that may catch these battle cruisers if he can get a Plague off.
Hit it first.
Or he can just cast Dark Swarm.
Either one of those would be terrible. Okay, the Defiler's still alive. Dark Swarm's to the 6th, or the mineral only. Now it's moving up.
Look at the supply. Down 30 supply, and that's still with 8 battle cruisers.
Dandy down 20 workers as well, so he's not making money. He's not spending money. He's at 3K, 2K for bank. So 0 macro at this point. Even though he doesn't have any workers, he also just doesn't have any units, because also he's not making any units. So, oh man, it's a rough time to beat Dandy. The Peruvian Hope back up against the wall. He's able to make it farther than Terror, who's usually the Peruvian Terran player we see here in the semifinal or the quarterfinals, but it's just semifinals. My bad. I mean, the battle cruiser's doing its work. The repair, it's not enough. The bunker goes down. The Marines are getting taken out. Plague on every battle cruiser he has left.
Yeah, hit every BC there. Now, no battle cruisers have gone down just yet. g0rynich is actually no, he's not starved for gas because he just built a huge amount of Scourge.
Survey says that may be enough to kill those 5 plagued battle cruisers. So, I mean, look, Dandy does have a ton of money, so he will be able to make bio for a while. It's not glitch strike. No, it's not. He just spent $1,000 building 3 more BCs. So he's gonna be able to spend that money. Where he's gonna get more money from, I don't know.
Yeah, he's not mining anymore. Bottom right got taken out. This is it. This is all Dandy has left. Defiler coming in for a second Plague.
Oh, gross.
Where are those Scourge?
Yeah, where they at?
I don't see them really. I see top middle a few Scourge, but this is...
Oh, here they go. We've got 4 Scourge going top with their dreams. All they want to do is blow up some battle cruisers.
Yeah, he's waiting for a few more Scourge to get together, and then he's going to just go kill every single one of these BCs. It's the entire army of
I think
Dandy.
Once those BCs die, it's about time.
Here we go.
Naga, here we go.
Goodbye.
Nice. 1 battle cruiser for 1 Scourge. Sick trade. Where's the rest of our Scourge?
Where are the rest of our Scourge? Okay, here they come.
Okay, all right. Oh, there they go. Oh no, they missed. Scourge are so dumb, by the way. Nice. 2 Scourge for 1 battle cruiser.
Oh, there's the Scourge at top metal.
We're trying to not kill these BCs here.
Oh, he found them. These are gonna die.
Did he though?
Yeah, he found them.
Well, I don't know, the Scourge haven't figured it out, man.
Well, Dandy's on his last leg. He's got...
Oh, here we go. All right, a billion Scourge for one battlecruiser. Who cares? It's the only thing Dandy has left. He's got 30 supply of workers. The rest of it's in BCs and Dreams. And he's not mining from any base. I guess he's technically mining from there, but not for long.
This is going to be g0rynich winning 3-1.
Yeah.
Eliminating Dandy. First time g0rynich makes it to the final. We're going to have potentially... No, this is all new winners now.
Yeah, you're right. With Dandy getting eliminated, I think Dandy is the Season 3 winner. And so, yeah, for g0rynich, this is his first time in the finals. First time that we've had... Actually, no, DeWalt made it to finals. So, not the first time for a Russian player to be in the finals, but... It's just so exciting to watch for g0rynich to make it all the way here, to win in a straight-up hardcore macro map. Wait, what?
BCs are pretty good.
The BCs are pretty good, guys. Just gonna replay it. I don't know, dude. Yeah, we're getting down sub 100 supply for Dandy. g0rynich still at 140. He's still on 6 bases. Dandy taps out, and g0rynich, the Russian Zerg player, is your first player to advance on to the BSL Season 8 Grand Finals.
Yeah, g0rynich played well. Oof. I think we need a few more drones, but other than that, everything looked pretty good. The Dark Swarms were nuts, man. Imagine if he didn't have Dark Swarm. How do you actually survive?
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing for me is, like, he was casting not only Dark Swarms